Hi everyone, Rene Bastarache here with a 5-minute guided imagery hypnosis session on wealth. So before I get started, if you've already watched these instructions that I'm going to be giving about how our guided imagery session works, okay, you can go ahead and forward this right up to the session. If you haven't watched this yet, be sure you watch it so you can get the best results out of this session. So let's go ahead and get started. You know, you are the creator of your own life situation. One major trait of the subconscious mind is that you always attract what you focus on. That's a very important trait of the subconscious to remember. Whether you focus on health or wealth, whatever you focus on, you attract more of it to you. And also, if you focus on sickness or poverty or having the lack of anything, you're going to attract that to you as well. Now, a second trait of the subconscious mind that's important to understand before we get started is that it doesn't understand negative. Negative is a conscious mind construct. It is not of the subconscious, okay? So when you focus on what you don't want, you're attracting more of that as well. So if you are focusing on, oh, I don't want to stay sick, or I don't want to be broke, you're attracting sickness and poverty. You need to focus on what you want. So it's very important to eliminate the words and get these out of your vocabulary and your thought process, the words no, don't, and can't. This way you can attract what you do want. So now you understand how you can create your health, wealth, or your life situation. So what are you focusing on? Are you focusing on what you don't want? Are you focusing on what's happening right now, even though it might not be good? Or are you focusing on what you want? You know, a third trait of the subconscious mind is that there is only now. Now is all that exists in the subconscious. The past and the future are, again, a conscious construct. So you need to focus on what you want now. I am healthy. I am happy. I am wealthy. Now, that tends to create another problem in many people's mind. They tell me, how can I say that I'm wealthy when I'm unemployed and I'm behind in my bills? Or how can I say I'm healthy when I'm sick? That's where this process comes in. Rather than saying, I am, whatever it is you want to say, and resisting your own thought process, instead say, what would it be like to, and whatever it is you want. And this way you can let your imagination create whatever it is that you like. You can use this regardless of what your present situation is. Even if you're broke and you have all kinds of bills, you can always say to yourself, what would it be like to be wealthy right now? You can focus on that, and you can let your imagination go. What would it be like? What do you want? Now, in addition to these rules or traits of the subconscious mind, during the session, here's some other points that are important for you to know that will help you to enhance your session. The more details that you can imagine, the better your session's going to be. So let your mind roam free. Emotions are extremely strong, okay? So be sensitive to what emotions you're feeling during the process, such as, are you feeling happiness, pride, or even fulfillment? And allow yourself to enhance them, feel them, make them grow, because emotions will help you to attain your goals so much faster. Next, have fun with it. When you're using your imagination, exaggerate it, go overboard, see even more. Think exactly what you want. In other words, think big. Don't shortchange yourself in your desires. Don't say, well, this is close. This is almost what I want. Think exactly what you want, even a little more. Because if you shoot for the sun, you may attain it. But even if you don't reach the sun, you might get the stars or the moon, which is still more than what you wanted. So I guess if you were in the Olympics, I'd say go for the gold. Don't go for anything short of that. Go for that gold medal. Next, these images, the things you're imagining, they're yours. You know, the subconscious mind doesn't understand the difference between a real or an imagined memory or thought. They hold the same value, so use that to your advantage. That's why imagination is so strong in guided imagery. Next, commit your imagined creations to memory. So as you're doing this during the session, remember the scenarios, remember everything you did. So when you come back to listening to this again tomorrow or the next day, you can come right back to where you were, and you can add or take away from things as you need. Keep the main idea until you've attained your goal, but you can tweak it here and there, add in a few little things, take a few little things out as you go, but keep the main focus until you attain it. And then finally, what I call rinse and repeat. How many times do you listen to the session? You listen to it every day, habitually, until you attain it. I mean, it comes quicker to some people than others because everyone's different, but remember, it takes a minimum of 30 days to create a permanent habit, a minimum. So this is something that you want, so continue listening to it, continue doing it until you attain it. Now, I'd like to tell you just a little bit about this process before we get started. It's important to understand that relaxation is not a prerequisite to hypnosis. I mean, relaxation is enjoyable to most, but it's not required. This is why we're not going to be doing an induction or a deepener, and we can do this entire session very successfully in about 5 minutes. You'll be using your imagination rather than relaxing and trying to get into a really deep state. Hypnosis, remember, is the process of being open to and accepting suggestions. And the best way to do that is through the use of your imagination. Remember, the more you use your imagination, the better it works. So all you need to do in this session is to imagine the things that I say and let your mind roam free. That's why they call it guided imagery. In future sessions, you don't have to listen to all these instructions again. Just forward the video to this point to begin your session. Okay, are you ready? Go ahead and sit back comfortably in a safe place where you won't be interrupted for 5 minutes. Close your eyes and let's begin. I'd like you to use your imagination right now. I'd like you to imagine what it would be like right now if you had the wealth that you've always wanted, that you were already in the financial situation that you desire. Think about what you want and what it would be like if you had it right now. I'd like you to use as much detail while imagining it as you can. Imagine it as real. Think big. Make everything bigger than life. Make it crisp, clear, new, and colorful. Imagine it as being a wonderful, happy, spectacular accomplishment. You've attained it. Imagine how it feels. Every aspect that you can imagine of being wealthy that you'd like for yourself. Describe it to yourself in detail. What's it like? How does it make you feel? How have things changed in your life? Take your time now and use your imagination to see yourself as the successful you that you've become right now. Just for a few moments longer, continue to enjoy this new you. Imagine what it's like to be you right now. Realizing that this is you. You can allow it to be. So accept it. Realize that you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be wealthy. You deserve to be successful. In just a moment, you're going to come back to the here and now, feeling wonderful in every way. 1. Starting to come back to the here and now. 2. Feeling successful in every way, so much better than before. 3. Feeling energized and excited to be you. 4. Coming all the way back. And 5. Eyes wide open and feeling fine. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed this session, and please feel free to share it with your friends. If you'd like to see more of these in the future, be sure to subscribe so you'll be notified. And I'll see you on the inside. Bye-bye.